everybody, what is happening? Joe the Geek here. It is another retro review, and today's retro review is a classic, cult classic, 1984 film, Supergirl. So I watched this movie last night on my TV, and I'm going to give you a short summary of the movie, and then if you've watched this movie, if you watched the original 1984 film, and you just want me to get to my rating, thoughts, and perspective of this classic film, just go to this timestamp right here, and then yeah. So here we go. 1984's Supergirl. It is the same company who did the Superman film starring Christopher Reeve. It's Alexander Skarsgård, I think it is. So it is almost like Superman itself, with all of the first three Superman movies, obviously, because Superman 4 hasn't been made yet. And the story follows Superman's cousin, Kara, and she's different from Superman. Obviously, she's a girl, different, but she has the same powers as Superman. Basically, this happens after Kryptonite, where half of Kryptonite. So this basically happens after the destruction of Krypton, and the floating city Aeron has been already in space, and that's where Kara lives. And basically, she meets Zoltar. Zoltar is played by Peter O'Toole. Supergirl / Kara is played by Helen Slater, and Zoltar has built this cool machine, this little machine where it defies gravity, I think it is, defies gravity, and creates different imagery of different aspects of the human race. So Zoltar is very obsessed with the human race, and that's why he built this device. He designs this device where it copies all the plant life, alien life, human life of the Earth. So basically, what happens is Supergirl, by accidentally, she was playing with this little device, and it got away from Argo City, and Supergirl herself must get into the space shuttle where she follows it into Earth. And this happens. This plot then happens where she's on Earth, and she finds the little device. But the device has been stolen by this evil witch. The witch is Selena. She's played by Faye Dunaway, obviously. And her and her other witches in this coven, they use this device for evil, obviously. So basically, Supergirl lands on Earth and finds the device. She runs into Selena, the witch, and yeah, that's basically what's the story about. So that was my plot for the Supergirl. My review, my rating, my thoughts. This is an okay movie, you know. It's a cult classic. I want to be. This is like amazing. There are some flaws in this movie. Basically, the flaws are like Supergirl herself, Helen Slater. I don't think she was a good role for this film. Back in the 80s, you could pick other blondes, but or pick other people like with brunettes hair and you know, dye their hair. But it would be a little bit better than Helen Slater. She wasn't great. When she's on Earth, she disguises herself as a high school girl, which is okay, I guess. She had to dye her hair and everything, which she didn't have to. She just kept her blonde hair. I don't know why. I guess because she has, as soon as she arrives on Earth, she has the full Supergirl uniform, and basically I don't think she wants nobody to notice that she's not from Earth, I guess, because nobody knows about Supergirl at this point. She does mention Clark a lot, Clark Kent, Superman, because her cousin and everything. So at one time there's a sneak peek where Selena has visions, visions, and she uses one of her powers to see this Supergirl that's on the Earth, and she discovers that she looks a little bit like Superman and everything. So they do kind of discover it. But other than that, the human race, other than Selena and the witches, most of the human race don't even know who she is. So I don't know why she had to disguise herself as a schoolgirl. She dyed her hair brunette, so I don't know why she did that. She could have just left her hair blonde. Um, be cool to have like cool, girly high school glasses. So be cool to add on to that feature. But that high school outfit was okay, I guess. Other flaws I didn't like about this was it was too long. It was almost 2.5 hours. For a movie like that, it shouldn't have been very long. They deep dive into a lot of the story, more of the witches part rather than the Supergirl. Like for instance, there's one scene where one of the witches they kidnap a young man named Ethan. I don't know who he plays. They kidnap him. They put a spell in his drink, like a little potion in his drink, and he gets really, I don't know, I guess different. Not really under the spell, but he gets like a kind of a drunk guy. But one scene, he wanders off into the witch's house, and he discovers that he's in a maze, and it looks like a haunted house. So basically, most of the movie looks like an 80s horror movie, which I don't know why they went through that. I guess the witches, they needed a villain, and they picked witches instead of a regular villain. Like Lex Luthor, obviously he's been in the movies for a while, all throughout the Superman movies. So they made him look like the main villain, which is pretty cool. But as witches in this movie, it wasn't that great. Obviously, the special effects. I'm not saying the special effects are bad, but I'm just saying they're almost like the Superman special effects, where she flies around in front of the green screen. Which I kind of figured that's how like the production company of the Superman movies, the earlier Christopher Reeve movies, that's how they did it in their films. So they wanted to follow in that direction, which is okay, I guess. It's a classic, how it is with these movies. Mark McClure does have a cameo. If you don't know Mark McClure from the Superman movies, he plays Jimmy Olsen. So he has a little cameo. He comes from Metropolis City to their town. I don't know what the town where she is. I think it's a small like Chicago town, I guess. Yeah, he visits the town and he falls in love with Linda Lane. Is it Linda Lane? Linda Lane. Something like that. That is, well, I don't think it's Linda Lane. I think it's just, I forgot her first name. He falls in love with Lois Lane's sister as he visits. Apparently Lois Lane's sister is the roommate of Supergirl. When she transforms into in her uniform and everything, she becomes her roommate, and she changes her name to Linda Lee. I don't know why. You could just say Kara. But yeah, and the score is by Jerry Goldsmith, which is not bad. I like Jerry Goldsmith. He's a classic composer. Obviously, they didn't want to go with the Superman theme and most of the music of the Superman music. This is a Supergirl movie, so it's different from Superman, so that's why they chose Jerry Goldsmith instead of John Williams, which is not bad. I like it. Other than that, it was an okay movie. I gave it 2 stars. For a movie like this, it's just kind of weird to watch now. But there are other classic cult movies from the 80s, but it's just this one hasn't been getting a lot of attention. I'm doing this movie review because tomorrow I'm going to be doing the Supergirl, the 2026 movie that I watched this past Sunday. So that's it for this review. So tune in tomorrow for that review. And that's about it. What do you guys think of the 1984 Supergirl? Have you seen it? What do you guys think about it? What's your thoughts on it? Comment down below and give me all your thoughts. Alright guys? If you like this video, smash that like button, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and as always, follow me on my social media. Catch you later, dudes.
Wait a minute, wait 1 minute. I mean, you can do the whole number, leap tall buildings at a single bound. You can look right through things.
Yes.
Bend steel bars?
Yes.
Whoa.